everybody, welcome back to my channel. So today I am going to do my makeup in front of you guys. Whew. I don't know how this is about to turn out. I actually did some stuff off camera. I did my brows off camera. I actually put my foundation on and I color correct as well. So let me just tell you guys what I used. Fit Me foundation. I used the 355. Probably upside down. I used 355. The matte poreless, and I mixed it with their 360 mocha, dewy and smooth. So I put these two together, and I got this. I feel like my face feels good with it on. The brush that I do use that I am using for this is just a plain e.l.f. Dome brush. Very soft, very blendable. Feels really good on my face. So it blends it in pretty well. So that's it. That's all I use for right now. So this is how it looks. So I feel like if I continue to talk in this video, that we would be here forever. So without further ado, let's just jump right into it. So moving forward, I am going to prime my eyes with my concealer from Maybelline Fit Me. I use Cafe, and that is number 30. I just put that all over my lid. I usually blend it in with my finger, but sometimes I use a sponge, a damp sponge from Real Techniques. I love their sponges. And yeah, that's what I am going to do. In this video, I am going to set it with Maybelline's Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder. And I am using 30 again, which is a medium deep. So here you see me using this sponge. So we're starting with my eyes. So I used a palette that I bought so long ago, and I actually do love it. It is the 26 Shadow Blush Palette from Coastal Scents. Now, this palette doesn't have the names of the eyeshadows that I'm using, so I kind of pointed to all of them and the ones that I'm using. I'm just taking a fluffy brush, and I think this blush, do not hold me, people. I think this brush is, I want to say from e.l.f. I'm going to say that. Don't hold me to it. Don't kill me. So I'm just using windshield motion swipes across my eye in my crease zone in order to put my transition color. Now, usually what I do is I will start out with a light transition color, which is the same color as my skin or close to it. And then the second one I am using to deepen, and I think this brush that I'm using might be by Coastal Scents as well. But it is same type of fluffy brush. And I'm just deepening the color from the transition color. And back and forth, and I'm dipping back into that eyeshadow until I get the color intensity and the payoff that I want. Some people make it light, some people make it dark. I really wanted it to pop. I have hooded lids, so if you notice, I am also taking my sweep motions a little bit above where my socket bone is, because when I close my eyes, as you can see, it kind of makes the eyeshadow disappear. So I am going to put it up just a little bit. So I'm working on both eyes, as you can see. And take your time. Take your time. As you can see now, I'm working on my lid, my lower lid half. And what I did, I have a brush that looks kind of like a C. It's a very flat. It's called, Elf has it as a C brush. And it's just for your lid. It's not fluffy. It's kind of dense. It can pack on that color that you want to pop on your lower lid when you close your eyes. So I just used some Fix Plus by MAC. I wet it. I dipped into the eyeshadow and I just packed it on to make it as intense as I wanted it to be. I usually, for my lower lid, use maybe a shimmering color so it has that sparkle in it. But you don't have to do what I do. You can use a matte if you like. But if you use the Fix Plus, it will intensify it. So now I'm just going back into that same, not transition color, but my crease color, and I am going to blend all of it out so that it looks no harsh lines. Next, I actually did my lashes off camera. These lashes I bought standing in line at Forever 21. I will tell you guys that those eyelashes suck. I mean, they shook, but they were only like $2. So what do you expect? So right now I am looking at doing my cheeks. I went back into that 26 shadow blush palette, and I am using one of the blushes from the palette. Again, this palette does not have names, so I don't know what color it was. I can't tell you guys, but I just used an e.l.f. blush brush to layer on my blush. Looks very, very nice. I go from the top of my cheekbone down to my cheek, and I put a little bit above my eye just to blend it in. It looks very smooth. It looks very natural. I do not start from my cheek and up, because then you'll have this big blob of blush on your cheek. So I always start from the back to where my ear is to the front, and in a C motion. As you can see, the payoff is the bomb. And you guys know I love blush. So I've been working with blush for a very long time. This color I think is maybe like a berry. And I feel like berry blush on women of color just makes us like, oh my God, like, I love it. I think that I won't even get into it. You guys know, I think that we are like the bomb and the diggity. So next I am using Becca's it's shimmering press highlighter in Champagne Pop. I bought it in a travel size. And again, if you know me, you know that I love a great highlighter. And Becca has the best highlighters, I think, ever. They are not glittery. If you notice, I am putting it on and it looks more like a glow that's within me and not like glitter that's sitting on the top of my cheek. I am using my finger to just dab and put it in, but you also can use a brush. I use a fan brush sometimes. Sometimes I use that e.l.f. brush that I was using for my blush. I sometimes use that as well. It just depends on how I feel and how fast I want my makeup and how slow, I want my makeup to be, how precise and pristine, or am I just, here you see me using a brush, just putting it in. So, you guys, it's really up to you how you put your makeup on, how you want it to be. Sometimes I'm in a rush and, all I do use is my hands. Other times I have time to pick out the right brushes that I want to use to make my makeup just stand out and pop. So yes, this is an e.l.f. brush, $3, but it works like it's $35. So I really, really, really like it. If you can see my highlight, it is popping, baby. It's, here you go. Here you go. I'm about to give it to y'all. Bam. Yes, baby. Yes. Just show them. I am going to swirl a little bit there.
Yes.
So, and I am going to take it.
I also, one of the things that I love when it comes to highlight, I love to highlight the bridge of my nose. Because, especially with Becca, because it just,
on each side,
they have highlighters that make it seem like your whole face is glowing. Like you go into the club and it's like that light hits you, and it's not like it's hitting the glitter on your face. It's just like people are like, oh my gosh, she's glowing. So I like to do that. I like to use it for the high points of my face as well. Down the bridge of my nose, on the button of my nose. I will put it in my brow bone and above my brow as well. It always seems to come out just right. Now I am putting a little bit of that shimmer in the corner of my eyes. I was looking for a better word than corner, but this also opens your eye up. It makes your eye pop and open and not slug. Not slug, but close. If you notice, I used a brighter color than what's already on my eyelid that's already shimmering. And it just opened up my eye. It just made my eye pop a little bit more. And that's what makeup is about. You want it to pop. You want it to go boom, boom, boom. So yeah, I am putting that on. And everybody that knows me know that my favorite mascara is by Chanel. And when I say that it extends my lower lashes to make it seem like I have individuals on, yeah. That is my holy grail. Like, I will spend the $30, you guys, to make sure that my eyelashes are where they need to be. So if you do have a little extra money on the side, I know there's no such thing as extra money, but if you have it, I suggest strongly that you go out and get them.
I really don't know.
So
maybe you guys know.
Yeah. Here we go. So my lip gloss,
this is from,
my lipstick is by L'Oreal, or maybe Maybelline. I'm sorry, I don't know which one. Probably Maybelline, because this was supposed to be an all Maybelline face. So yes, by Maybelline. I think it's a berry color in 502 or something like that. Do not hold me to these numbers. I will put everything down in the description box of everything that I use, except for those corny lashes. So here you have it. This is the final product. It was really, really fun, scary, and everything. Any questions, please leave it in the comment below. One love, two fingers, peace.